Storing your music externally, storing your music internally. What's a DJ to do? Let's talk about this. Alright everybody, before we start the video, please navigate down, hit that subscribe button, make sure you ding that notification bell as well. Also make sure to like the video, and please, if you want to support the channel, head over to my Patreon page and subscribe. One of the most critical aspects of DJing is how are you going to store your music in the first place? And these decisions can really affect how are you going to perform backups? How are things just going to flow and manage? Are you going to have enough storage for certain things? So a lot of these decisions really ultimately come down to practicality, things like backup and recovery, and what you should do as a DJ trying to follow these strategies. And personally for me, I have struggled over the years of which methodology to use. I have gone internal for a long time, trying to keep a lean library and then also keeping an external drive with all my music, and then kind of micromanaging because let's face it, a lot of times we are not going to play more than maybe 400 or 500 songs in an entire year. So why roll with a library of 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, or even more songs? On the flip side, this also means a lot of micromanagement. And I found myself going through a lot during every week, trying to make sure that I had all the music that I specifically wanted to play. And I kept a library of about 10,000 songs. This kind of fell in around that 100 to 120 gig size on my drive, which was perfect for something internal. And also for things like performance with Serato, just having a leaner library was more effective with things like just launching it just was quicker. So naturally I gravitated towards that. But as soon as I switched to virtual DJ, the size of the library no longer mattered. You know, I could have a library of 100, I could have a library of 100,000, and all loaded at the same time. Now, personally, for me, I have gravitated now for an external drive and just keeping my entire library on it. I have around, I want to say 1.2 terabytes of music. This is somewhere around 90 to 100,000 songs. A lot of these are now lossless, so that accounts for some of the larger size of this. And I have them all now on external SanDisk drives. I'm going to point to this this particular video I just recently made, singing the praises of these drives. These drives are incredible. Now, part of the reason I went this route was because of the simplicity of backup and recovery. I can easily clone my drives, just having the drives with me. I plug them in, I run a Carbon Clone Copier, it's done. In the past, when I kept it internal, I still used Carbon Clone Copier, but then I would have to use my laptop as a target disk mode, which meant rebooting, hooking it up. It was just a few more steps in the process, and it was fine, but there were some negatives going that route. So making this decision to go with external just had some more practicality for myself. And now going with virtual DJ with the ability to load up very large libraries very quickly, it just now became a no-brainer as long as I was managing all my music properly, which, you know, people that know me, I am anal about it. Matter of fact, here's my video on managing both in Serato and virtual DJ your music, at least with things like me for short codes and making sure that things are tagged nice. And you could do this in Tractor and other programs as well, but these are the two that I have personally tried and tested. Now again, there's no right or wrong in this with the exception of backups. Backups. If you do not have a backup, I'm sorry if you've lost your library, and if you haven't, you will lose it someday. There's always going to be data loss of some sort. So if you have not invested in another drive, do that today. I don't care if it's just some cheap external. Get that on your system and perform backups, because without it, you could be just dead in the water tomorrow. Now, personally, for me, I have just kind of matched everything up identical. So I have two external SanDisk drives. I run backups every single week. So this way I have that. I also actually back up everything on a drive that I have here. It's a NAS, a network attached storage. And I just dump everything on there. So that way I have an at-home backup, just in case if I had some type of cataclysmic failure, my laptop bag has caught fire or something like that, or somebody has stolen it and both my drives were in there, at least I have a backup of all my music here locally. So I can't stress enough, backup. So again, I've gone external, but internal or external, I want to hear what you're doing. Comment below. Let me know what you have chosen for your storage. Well, there's a video, and I hope you liked it. And if so, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe. Make sure, head over to my Patreon page. Please support the channel. And naturally, if you like videos like this, check out the other videos I have on here and stay tuned for more.